Hey, do you have a cigarette? No, a diet cigarette. On May 1st, 2020, Diet Cig released their second studio album, Do You Wonder About Me? And here's what I thought. Diet Cig is the self-proclaimed slot pop band out of New York, consisting of Alex Luciano and Noah Bowman. Their sound is kind of like indie rock, pop, punk. There's no such thing as a genre. Yeah, I just wanted to keep releasing a video every week, and then I saw this band was releasing an album this week, and I remember being intrigued by their Tiny Desk performance, so I thought, yeah, I'll give it a listen. And I think I remember trying to listen to their first album, Swear I'm Good at This, but I think I was listening to a lot of similar bands at the time, and they kind of just fell off my radar. But since it's been like 50 days since I've been at home and I like new music, I thought, hey, Diet Cig. So let's give this record a spin. Track 1, Thriving. We got Alex's familiar kind of whiny vocals real up front at the start of this album. When everything kind of comes in instrumental wise, you know, the guitar and the bass sound really like heavy and kind of muddled. But it helps establish this album as kind of like a lo-fi kind of punk album right off the start, you know? Again, there's no such thing as genres. It's not just punk, it's sad. They've captured a very youthful sound. I feel like it would give me a ton of energy if I was trying to bike somewhere really far. I miss biking. I should get a bike. Huge drums in the bridge are cool. It's not super polished by any means, but I think that's the sound that they're going for. The melody is catchy, and from what I remember from their first album, it sounds like they've really kind of matured in sound. You know, after listening to the first track of the album. Track 2, Who Are You? Wrong song. Some claps off the start. I feel like this song would really work live, you know, getting everyone in the audience kind of clapping. Great audience participation right off the start, you know. I miss concerts. Catchy melody, a little bit more pop than the last song and the chorus, but it's good. Production fairly similar to the last track. Track 3, Night Terrors. It's more of like an indie pop kind of track, you know, it almost slows things down a little bit, but like not really a ton. Like it still has that youthful energy. Dreamy kind of melody and production, especially in the chorus. Harmonies in the song are simple but effective. And the drumming work is really great on this track. It really elevates this song to like a whole new level. Really gives it that extra like kind of punch and life. Punch and life. It's more pop than the last two tracks, but it still has an edge to it. Track 4, Priority Mail. Short piano interlude. It's cute, kind of breaks up the album. Track 5, Broken Body. Ow, I hate me. This kind of continues the sound of the first two tracks, and the drumming is so on point here. It's great. First half of the song feels really familiar to like the first two tracks. I really like the interlude that kind of happens about like 2 minutes in, where everything kind of like gets stripped down. There's some really beautiful harmonies that are kind of built here before like the track kind of kicks back into like a halftime kind of rhythm. Track 6, Make Out Interlude. Short little song, not much to say. Track 7, Flash Flood. Alright, this song bangs right off the start. Ripping guitar riff off the start. It's short, punchy, punk. Track 8, Worth the Wait. It's an acoustic track with some synths and radio noise. I like the experimentation within the genre. I think the vocals really shine on this track. I mean, a lot of this album, but specifically this track has a very like live feel to it. Especially on the vocals. There's not really a ton of work that can be heard on them, you know? It's kind of raw and it's refreshing in the kind of state of music that we're in as a whole, you know? Track 9, Stare Into the Sun. It's a reflective track. I like the subtle piano in the background. Can't say it's particularly memorable for me, but I do like how the sound kind of grows and builds with the song as it goes, you know? And yeah, track 10, Night Terrors Reprise. Reprise? Reprise! This song is very different than anything on this album. It's basically synth and really heavily affected vocals. It's almost like a synth pop song, you know, almost has some like Broken Social Scene vibes. Reminded me a little bit of the ending of Anthem of a 17-Year-Old Girl. You know, kind of hearing this track as the last track of the album, I almost wish that I heard more experimentation like this throughout the album, because I really like this sound. It feels like a great intro track to like a synth pop album, you know? But it's like the final track on this album instead. I don't know, just thoughts. And that's the album. Super quick listen, which I appreciate, because I'm a guy with a whole lot of not much going on. It's a great mix of like indie pop and punk. If you're a fan of bands like Snail Mail, the Beths, even like early Best Coast, I think you should definitely check out this band. Kind of continues that vibe, you know? The album really captures that kind of lo-fi sound. You know, it was a little jarring at first, just based on everything I've kind of been listening to in the last month or so. But it kind of makes this record stand out as its own thing. But yeah, upon first listen, there's definitely some good tunes. Thriving, Who Are You, that little interlude breakdown of Broken Body, and of course the Night Terrors reprise. There's a lot of fun moments on this thing, but nothing that totally, like, floored me, you know? If I had to, I'd probably give this record a solid 6.5 out of 10. Definitely a great bike ride listen. I wish I had a bike. But again, this is just my initial reaction and thoughts. Have you heard the album? What do you think? Do you like the same things I like? Let me know in the comments below. And if there's any records coming out soon that you think I should check out, let me know as well. But until then, subscribe, like, and stay inside. Stay inside. Wash those hands. And listen to music. And until next time, peace.